Why, hello there, and welcome to Bill Riccardi's weekly Patreon update. I, of course, am Bill Riccardi, a creator and purveyor of fantasy novels. What's going on this week? There's only two real topics, and if Loki happens to scratch or mew during one of them, I do ask your forgiveness, but he's around here somewhere. The first topic is going to be, why did I do this? What's going on with this? How'd the beard go away and the hair, and why? That's the first big announcement. The second announcement is going to be what is happening next week as we get back into our normal scheme of things, as we get back into the normal groove, as it were. So, why this? What's going on with the shaving? You usually only do that, Bill, after you have finished something. I have finished something. The final version, or what I consider very close to the final version of the working title project My Foxy Boyfriend, that romance novel that I was talking about, is out to the publisher for final review. If they say yes, then we're under contract. I might have to make a couple of tweaks here or there, but I'm confident that 99% of it stands up at this point. If they feel that's not right for their niche, for their audience, I trust the quality of this at this point. To the point where I'm willing to publish it myself, even though I've never published a romance novel. I'm willing to go out there on my third different genre because I am so confident in the quality of this book. It might be a one-shot if I have to publish it myself. If it gets picked up by this big independent publisher, however, we're likely seeing a series out of this. So, get ready to have your mind blown by, yet a third genre of my work. So that's what's going on there. That's why the whole, head and beard, get shaved thing, that is tradition when I finish what I consider a final manuscript. And this is as close to a final manuscript as I'm going to know for the next few weeks. I'm going to give them a few weeks to look it over and to review it and to let me know what they think. And after that, if they still do not believe it's right for their audience, I know that there's an audience out there for this book, and I'll be publishing it myself. That was topic number one. Topic number two, what happens next week? We're back to Panos next week. We're back to book 2, which I had taken a break from because of the amount of promise and the amount of immediate interest that I got in the concept for my romance book. I took 2 or 3 weeks off to finalize and polish that up and get that out there because I believe it's going to be a commercial success. But now we're back to Panos starting next week. We're already a couple of weeks into writing for that, and it looks pretty good. It looks like the book that I need it to be, the book that I want it to be, which is huge for me. This is an important book in the entire Panos series. It'll be the 5th Panos book, and it carries a lot of emotional weight, and it carries a couple of unresolved issues that I've had. Not necessarily involving a single character, but involving the meshing of characters or the interaction of characters, particularly what happens between a brother and a sister as they grow up, or as the world gets to them, if you know what I mean. So yeah, a lot of things going on there. It's quite a beautiful book so far, but also possibly seems more serious than what you would have seen out of the first trilogy. It's emotionally packed. So we will be getting back to the second book in the Blackstaff sibling trilogy, and that should be starting on Monday. Other than that's about it. I mean, my entire life shifted over to romance for about 2.5 weeks. It was no longer a spare time project at that point. That was my full-time project just to get that ready. What this means for my Patreon viewers is that you may have an ARC, an advanced reader copy, sooner rather than later. I mean, we're probably not talking about the end of the year. It depends on what this publisher says as far as what I'm allowed to do with ARCs. But I want to start getting it out there very quickly. So advanced reader copies will go to my Patreon folks. So yeah, stay tuned for that, and we'll see what the timing is on that very shortly. That's it for me. It's a lovely day here in Belfast, sunny and bright. Loki was scared by the street sweeper, but other than that, it was the perfect morning. So I wish you all a safe, happy, and warm weekend, but not too warm. Stay hydrated out there, and lots of love.